Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome back to another live stream. It's your girl TT and I'm here just to share some updates with you guys. The law in the UAE update starting January 1st, 2023. What is the new update and what is happening in the Middle East where expat teachers are concerned? All right, so stick around and get some information so that you guys can plan for the 2023-2024 academic school year. All right, so the breaking news that I just have coming out of Kuwait is that Kuwait will seek to end expat teachers' services starting the end of the school term, July 2023. So what is happening is that Kuwait is saying that they need more citizens from their country to be employed. And as such, what needs to happen is that they need to terminate the service of expat teachers in the country. So reading from the article, it's from the Gulf News. So I'm sure that the information is indeed accurate. It says in recent years, Kuwait has stepped up efforts to create jobs for its citizens and replacing foreign employees as a part of the policy dubbed Kuwaitisation. So for each country, they have their different special names that they give to it. In the UAE, it's Emiratization. And I think in Oman, it's Omanization. So it's where they are saying that they need more of their citizens to be employed, right? And as such, they're looking out for their people and they want to make sure that enough jobs is there for their own. And so they're putting a stop to the employment of expat teachers or foreign teachers. So with immediate effect, it says that Kuwait plans to terminate the service of an unspecified number of foreign teachers. So I'm sure persons in Kuwait now is wondering what exactly is going to be happening where their jobs are concerned. Will they be able to move to other countries, or are they now planning to move to other countries in the Middle East? And where do they go from now? And that is why we say to you, once you come to the Middle East, please ensure that you have an exit plan and you stick to your goals and you stick to your targets that you come here in mind with. Good? Now it says by the end of the current school year, so which is the end of this school year, which ends in July 2023. Now the policy is it's a policy replacing expatriates with citizens, a government ministry as disclosed. Now, after examinations of the current school year, the services of a number of non-Kuwaiti teachers will be terminated at all stages of public and private education in specialized groups. So in large number groups, right? So again, they are planning to employ their citizens and they're making sure that people in their country, from their country, have employment. So as to what exactly will happen going forward, if it's going to be a crazy or if it's going to be chaotic there, we don't know. It says that the current population in Kuwait, I think, is 4.6 million people is currently living in Kuwait, and the expat rate in Kuwait is 3.4 million people are expats in Kuwait, which means that more than half the amount of people living in Kuwait is expat. So I'm not sure what they plan to do, how they're going to do this, but they want to make sure that their citizens have employment and they're going to do everything to ensure that everybody from their country is employed and so not to drain their economy. All right. So I probably need to get in contact with some Jamaicans there to have a live streaming with them to find out exactly what's happening, what's the news on the ground, and how they are feeling. But I'll get into that shortly. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Don't forget to like the live stream, sorry, and to share it with your friends. Good. All right. It says in recent months, there has been an increasing call in Kuwait for curbing foreigners' employment alongside accusation that migrant workers have strained the country infrastructures facility amidst economic repercussions from the COVID-19 pandemic. So they're saying that all of this is due to the strain caused by COVID 19. But I think Oman was the first country in the Middle East to start this process, and they started it way before COVID 19. I think when I came here in 2018, a year after that, Oman started the process where they put a pause not only on expat teachers, but on expat coming from all other sectors as well, because they wanted to make sure that their citizens were employed. But see, in this one article, it says that Kuwait is saying this is just happening because of the repercussions from COVID-19. I'm personally saying I don't know if that is the case, or they just want to make sure that all their citizens are employed and they just have to do what they have to do. Now, along with that news, it also comes that the UAE is going full force with their Emiratization, and this is a program that will provide UAE citizens specialized in fields such as coders, nurse, and accountants with a top upon their existing salaries. Now, this is where the UAE is saying that for companies, whether private or public, that have over 50 employees, 2% of the staff needs to be Emirati. They need to be locals. So that is what is happening here. They're saying that 2% must be Emirati. And they're sticking to this because they're saying for any company that don't meet this target, what will happen is that for every month they will have to pay 6,000 dirhams to the government. For every single month that they do not meet this target, they will have to pay 6,000 dirhams to the government. So what happened I think in the last month, I realized that some boss was going to prison or were getting some form of sentence or were getting themselves in trouble because they tried to beat the system and to do false employment and to say that they're employing citizens when in fact when the government do the check there are no locals employed there, or they're trying to give the locals unskilled jobs, and the government is saying no, our people must get the best of the best. They must be employed in skilled areas, not unskilled areas. They must be employed in skilled areas. And so they are going with this full force. Now, there's an incentive that is given to workers or given to boss who meet this requirement. As to what exactly is that incentive, I am not sure what the incentive is, but they were given from last year. The last date was December 31st, 2020 to meet this quotation. If they do not meet that quotation, then starting today, January 1st, they will have to start making the payment. Um, Let me see what else is here. Now, what is the purpose of Emiratization? It is the purpose, or it is an initiative introduced by the UAE government to promote the employment of UAE nationals within the private sectors. Because, of course, in schools and so on, in public schools, they would have already have local citizens in their employment scheme already. So it's mostly targeting private sectors that need to have local in their employment scheme. Now, also, I'm seeing here where you have Saudi station policy, and again, I said to you, this is what all the countries in the Middle East is now driving, because they realize that the employment rate for their local population is declining drastically, and I think they're realizing that maybe this is now putting a strain on their economy, and they need to put a stop to that. And so what they're saying is that, listen, we have to fix this before it is too late. And so they're putting a stop to that now. And so they're um they're making sure that their local citizens are employed. So that is exactly what is coming out um of the news that I have for you guys. So Kuwait is going in, and Kuwait is saying that they are going to be terminating the contract for unspecified number of teachers, both in private and public sectors, because they need to make sure that their local citizens in Kuwait are employed. UAE gave private sectors until December 31st to get themselves in order. So going starting January 1st, if they're not in order, then they're going to have to be paying some money, right? All right, so that is something that is happening. I'm just trying to read to get more information to make sure that I have everything. And remember, the other day, there were also a change in the contract where they changed all 3-year contracts to now 2 years, and the contracts are now fixed, meaning there are no more unlimited contracts. All the contracts now have an end date, and you can renew the contract after the end date. But these are the things that are happening. These are the things that are coming out. So please, when you're making plans to come to the Middle East, or you're making plans to come to any one of these countries, or you're making plan to leave your country, please make sure that you do your research, do your own research, gather all your information that you have, because you don't know what is happening, and you want to make sure that you are prepared. You want to make sure that you have your exit plan, and that you stick to it, stick to your goals, stick to your targets, and make sure that you do everything that you say you have planned out to do. Good. All right, on that note, today was the first day back, and today is January 2nd, 2023. I need to get used to saying that, 2023. Yeah. And today was the first day back. Most kids were back out. I think we had probably a 80% turnout, or 85. I'm not sure. I think from two of my classes, the large classes, I had probably 5 or 6 students missing. Yeah, so I had one class where I had 18 out of 19. So the kids are coming out, Some kids are still on holiday. Some probably came in late last night, so they will make it back in time for tomorrow lesson. So for those who are still traveling, safe travel and make yourself back. This is what I wanted to do a quick live on, just to inform you guys of the new update and exactly what is happening in Kuwait, what is happening in Saudi, what is happening in UAE. I'm not sure if Bahrain is going to be going in. Let me just see if I can Google anything here. Let's see if Bahrain is going to be taking up this. um I'm not sure of if Bahrain is going to be taking that up. I'm not seeing anything currently in the news where that is concerned. But keep your ears open, so if anything should pop up, then you're in the know and you know exactly what is happening. Let's see. All right, let's see. I'm trying to open something. Hi Vanessa, thank you so much for joining. I'm just here providing some update as to exactly what is happening in Kuwait, where it says that by the end of the school year 2023, teachers in both private and public sector is going to be losing their job because of the new Kuwaitisation thing that came out, that says they need to employ more people from their local population. All right. I'm just looking here to see. I'm seeing something that says what incentives will compliance company benefit from, and it says up to 80% discount on their Ministry of Human Resource Services fee. They will get membership in the Talteen Club. They will also get first category classification and a package of incentive by NAFIF that both employees and employers can benefit from. So they're actually giving companies incentives, sorry, for that. All right. Here I'm seeing something that says we encourage you to benefit from a package of incentives offered by NAFIF to help you achieve your target. Starting January 1st, 2023, fines will be imposed for non-compliance companies, and you will end up be paying 72,000 per year for each Emirati not employed. And I'm reading this from the ministry's page. It is saying starting January 1st, for companies who do not meet the compliance, they will be paying 72,000 dirhams per year for each Emirati not employed. So you can see where this is going. All right, so please, guys, make sure you're in the know, make sure you're reading. All right, so all it's saying is that 2% of 50 is just one. So it's saying for every 50 people employed in your company, you need to have at least one Emirati there. That's what it is saying. All right, I don't know if the more you have, the merrier, or if you will be able to benefit from other reductions if you have more than the required number. All right. And I also noticed that in the news it says there are some countries that are going to be starting with requirement for COVID-19 traveling again because there seems to be an outbreak in China. So I think, let me see if it's here. So some countries are going to be asking nationals from other countries to make sure that they have their COVID test before they travel. I think mostly it's going to be focusing on people coming from um, China. I'm trying to find the article, but I can't find it. Don't know why I can't find it. Hi, guys. Don't forget to like the live stream, please. I think I saw it here. Let me see if it's in the national news. Oh, yeah. It says here that PCR tests for travelers reintroduced around the world as COVID-19 cases surge. So it's going to be mandatory PCR testing for travelers are being reintroduced around the world amid concern over a surge in COVID-19 cases from China after Beijing dismantled its zero COVID policies. The US, Australia, and UK are among nations set to impose PCR testing requirements on travelers from China starting from Thursday. Their guidelines also cover Hong Kong in the mandatory testing. It says France will carry out random PCR tests on some travelers arriving from China, while other countries also joining includes Italy, Spain, Malaysia, South Korea, Taiwan, and Japan. Morocco has taken this step one step further by banning all travelers arriving from China as of Tuesday. So starting tomorrow, nobody from China will be allowed to travel to Morocco. Wow. Things are getting out of hand. I think that's the news. That's all I'm going to bring on this update for you guys. Until next time, bye. Take care. See you guys. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. Bye bye.